Welcome in to DNVR Bets Daily. I am your host, the professor, Dr. Dre, right here with you. RK on vacay on this, Friday. So we've got our guy, Henry Chisholm, a man who is shutting down lines because he's covering stories that are changing the betting world because there's been a change at the defensive coordinator for the Buffs. You've been very busy with that, so we appreciate you taking this time, Hankster, to bullshit around about bets. How's this week been treating you so far?
Well, it's been a great week.
Really?
Today, yeah. No, betting wise, I mean, the thing is, I've been tied up in a couple too many parlays, and so really, I'm like right where I started.
Preach.
But let me tell you, if the Lakers had won last night, I would be a wealthy man. I got my check from the government today.
Oh,
I would have tossed that thing in the trash can.
They done messed up now, Hank. Oh. Isn't it the parlays that always get you? Good. So betting game, good. Tinder game?
Wow.
Or betting
it was about to be really good because I was gonna I was gonna make plans for this weekend to the plan was go to the DNVR bar and watch hockey. Like it's not like it's a good plan. I'm not gonna lie.
Sounds amazing, yeah.
But that was gonna be what I did with the last, let's call it like 3 hours since the news broke that Chris Wilson is going to be the Buffs defensive coordinator. So instead of getting that set up and coming up with good ideas for bets for the show, I wrote a couple of stories and did a podcast, and now I don't really have great takes at the moment.
When will this GD football program let us be happy again? Is what many in this area have been wondering. Oh boy. Just another young life being destroyed. Well, on that subject matter, let's see if we can keep that betting streak going, Hankster. There's this real tempting college hoops profi boost on parlays that we've got here. That is, as sweet as they come, if the listeners know what I'm talking about. But first, Henry, the people want to know what we got in our mystery boxes. This is, I think it's the countdown to 10 days of deals on the DraftKings Sportsbook. Obviously, the sponsor of this show, the good people that bring this to you. And this is the start of it. So you were told, go in, see what you got. This is for first touchdown specifically. What'd you land on, Hankster?
I'm pulling it up right now. They changed the prop layout for the Super Bowl. So let's see. Touchdowns. So mine is a touchdown scorer one. I think that's everybody, right?
Yeah, it's this mystery box is specifically for first touchdown scores. Mine is Chris Godwin. I wish I had someone on the Chiefs side. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I wish it was someone on the Chiefs side. Technical difficulties.
Finding mine. What page is it on? What page is it on?
Oh, this is a shame. You could do the bell. The bell up top might tell you what you got boosted. I usually go into my inbox to see my email, that is.
Okay, it's loading.
Not as well as
I thought this would go.
I think we'll be coming back to this. However, the Denver Nuggets, well, there might be some disappointments on this show. There's no disappointment in Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. They have been hot. The odds have stayed the same for Jokic MVP, but he's still right there in the top 5 now. And we've got a game tonight where the Nugs can basically clean sweep this road trip. 6:40. Nuggets take on the Spurs. Tune into the DNVR Nuggets pregame show for more insights on that. Nuggets 4-point favorites here against the Spurs. How you feeling about this? What props caught your eye, Hank?
I mean, honestly, I would like almost any prop that you throw at me. I'm feeling really good about the Nuggets at the moment. That minus 175 to win. I really like that, especially if you're like me. And again, like I've been going through a little bit of a parlay phase. It's worked out
Parlay
a
king.
couple of times, and it's really screwed me over a couple of other times. But I'm kind of committed to just letting this ride. I feel like the big hit is right around the corner. But the minus 175, minus 175, I like that.
Awesome.
Especially if you parlay it maybe with the Avs in the next game. Again, I like those money lines. That has been the move recently, and it's worked for me.
A little hometown parlay for the weekend fun. And you say just money line, don't mess around with that spread. I like that.
On the road scares me. Spurs scare me. I like the money line. It's given up a little bit of value, but I feel like it's worth it just to hit your bet.
The big news here is we have MPJ lines.
Oh, that's right. Those weren't
there. If
you
were to set an MPJ line, Hank, what would you set it at?
Wow.
For points.
If I were setting if I was the book, I'd say I'm setting the line at 20.5 points. Call it 19.5. He has to get 20. He has to get 20. That's where I'd set it. I am taking that over. And I'm not sure what qualifies as a sweet boy take and what doesn't. But if this is a sweet boy take, then I will just accept that I'm the sweet boy and I will take that money to the bank.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that 2 days ago when we didn't have them and we were contemplating taking the over on MPJ points, I basically said the same thing to Ryan was, yeah, I will take the over on MPJ points from now until eternity. That's just who I am as a person. It's part of my identity. It's set at 16.5, Henry, and the juice is quite acceptable, minus 103. Basically even.
I love that. I am in on that.
2.5 threes for MPJ. The over is plus 125. I know you love that juice, but is the 2.5, is that a suckers or a sweet boys bet?
Well, I'm not in love with it.
Okay.
So I think that means not a sweet boys bet. Yeah. I do think that it probably will hit. And I think that at plus 125, like the econ classes I took would tell me you should probably be taking this bet.
Wow. Econ classes, go Grizz. Am I the sweet boy here? Because he's averaging 3 makes per game and he's taking 6 per. The last 2 games alone, he's taken 17 combined attempts from beyond the 3-point arc. And he's made 9, 6 against the Mavs, 3 against the Heat. He made 3 against Phoenix the game before that. Of course, that went to overtime. Set at 2.5 with that kind of juice. That's easy for me. Set it and forget it. I don't even care.
I don't know why it wouldn't hit. Like I'm trying to figure out because you know that he is taking at least 5 threes. There's no way he's taking less than 5.
Agreed.
Like he's going to be out there just chucking it up at least a couple times, and he's going to get some like actual good looks for everybody else a couple of times too. 2.5 is easy. At the same time, if you're taking the points, you're kind of doubling down on MPJ. There's some risk to that, but I like it.
I like it as well. It's quite intriguing. Who else do I have? Points, rebounds combined. MPJ points, rebounds combined, 25.5.
I like it. I mean, you might be getting a little bit too cute, but again, I told you before we started this, any Nuggets prop that you throw at me, I will like it. And so far we're 3 for 3.
I mean, he is averaging 26 in this category.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very good number. And that's,
to me, this feels safer than threes. And that's get him. I can't get double. So, because I really trust MPJ as a rebounder, obviously.
Yeah, me too. I think that is a huge piece of his value.
Yeah, no, I mean that length at the 3 spot, just the rebounds come to themselves when he's as athletic and just has that easy bounce. He's got that pogo stick, like easy jump off the ground. Okay, love this, love that. I mean, look, I came into this. I didn't know where we were going. Things aren't loading. I didn't know what we were in for. I want this Friday night now to be an MPJ night. I'm all in on that. This
That's what
sounds
we need.
fantastic.
I feel like that's what Friday night should be. Like, I feel like
Exactly.
Joker should be out there on his Tuesdays, on his Wednesdays, doing his thing, putting up the big numbers, because that's who he is.
Yep.
I feel like Jamal should be taking the Saturdays, and then MPJ on Fridays. Like, that should be his thing.
Graphics department, I hope you're listening in. I would love a schedule like this.
MPJ Fridays.
Here's another fun one, Hank, that I want to talk out. So sometimes these are kind of lame because there's always like one big time score on the other side and he's like in the minus and it's kind of obvious. But this game against the Spurs, there's not an obvious top point scorer of the game. Jokic plus 175, Jamal plus 300, DeRozan plus 400, MPJ plus 600, then it's Aldridge plus 1600, DeJounte Murray plus 1800, and so on and so forth.
MPJ at plus 600 is too good not to take.
I agree.
Just saying. It's too good not to take MPJ at plus 6.
It's baffling. Like,
he's like the second most with Jamal being in the slump he's in. He's the second most likely to lead the Nuggets in scoring.
Yeah. I feel like there's a whole lot of value on him at plus 600.
If we're going to make this an MPJ night, let's make it an MPJ night.
A little hedge on Joker?
A little hedge on Joker. I was going to get to Joker. So do you think this is a high scoring night for Joker? Are the Spurs a double team Joker team? They've got Aldridge out there.
They're going to defend him as smart as he could possibly defend it. That I am confident in. You know, with the players, with the coaches that they have, you know that they are going to do whatever is best. But see, then you're just stuck with the question. If you're the Spurs, would you rather have Joker score or would you rather double him and let him pass?
Usually score.
Well, then maybe this is a big scoring night.
So you like the over 21.5?
I'm afraid I do.
Man, aside from Aldridge, though, I don't think Podol. There's Podol. Podol's there. Yeah, I guess. I think they're a try to guard him straight up team, and that's going to be trouble. So, yeah, I like the over, but I'm shying away from the triple-double. You've saved me, Hank. I'm shying away from the triple-double. Okay. I'm saving myself that value. Jokic combined 40.5.
40.5. That's rebounds and assists, right?
Yeah.
Plus the points, obviously.
It's kind of
that's a big number, but you do think that he's going to, like, it seems like every night he's hitting 2 of the 3 categories in a way that you're just like, wow, that's a very good game. Like whether it was like the 25 and 22 or like I feel like there's always like a 5 or a 6 at the end now, but those first 2 numbers you list are always pretty big.
Yeah. I think that's juicy. And again, that's kind of semi-safe. Jamal, man, is Jamal getting off the schneid? Tough.
I can tell you that I see over 1.5 threes from Jamal and Will Barton.
Minus 177. Oh, okay. What's the juice on Barton?
Plus 144.
That I like.
I'm not sure I like Will Barton to get more threes than Jamal, but with those as the 2 options, I like the plus 144 on Will a lot better.
I'm with you. I think before we close this game out and move on to some of the other action this weekend, first bucket scorer, who are you feeling?
I mean, I feel like we've kind of chosen our guy. Right? Well, MPJ isn't starting.
No, he's actually not an option. Yeah, because he's not starting.
Well, I'm not going to bet on them to go scoreless for the first 5 minutes of the game. That's just not going to happen.
You know, it does feel like not having MPJ on here. I'm kind of saying, screw you, first scorer. I'm not taking you all together.
Yeah, I think there's a theme tonight, and we don't need to stray just to have more bets.
Exactly. If I were, though, it would be Millsap or Gary Harris.
Millsap open underneath. That does feel pretty good. Plus, there might be some decent juice.
There you go. Plus 1,000, Henry. I know you like that. I know you like that.
Let's see. Well, we'll see how many more bets we come up with. I might not have the funds
Yeah,
to
man.
be hitting everything I like today.
That's the problem with all these props and the weekend shows, and it's a lot going on. It is a lot going on. While we transition, I want to say yesterday on bets, we'll get to on bets what this community was able to do for Nazem Kadri and the Avalanche, willing that victory, willing those scores, willing those goals. Henry, if you're being abducted, blink twice for me, okay? Looking around the room suspiciously, I worry for you sometimes.
Not suspicious. I was just making sure the X Games weren't back on.
Nice.
The X Games are incredible, by the way.
The X Games are outstanding.
One of the most underrated events in the sports calendar.
Agreed, but also you can bet on the X Games.
You can?
DraftKings has bets that you can bet on. I was looking at them earlier today. So
I couldn't find them.
When are those going on?
Right now.
Right now, yeah.
X Games bets?
It's today for the next 3 days. The X Games are going on.
Holy cow!
In fact, I might be lying. I could have sworn I saw X Games.
Oh my goodness! No, it is there. I checked earlier, and so the reason I'm on the show, Ryan's out of town. I drove him to the airport.
Yeah, nice.
I brought up that it is a problem that there is no X Games betting. Dre, this show might last hours. I hope you're prepared because I have some notes.
I'm not.
Again, I love that you're excited about that, but also we have other shows going on tonight, Hank, so we cannot go for hours.
Plus, I need to watch the X Games. I can't spend all day talking about the X Games.
We will do some quick X Game takes now that it's come up. Men's snowboarding and skiing up there. Let's transition quickly to the Avs who play Saturday. We've got lines up. As I said, this community. Oh, no. Deshaun Watson. Well, yesterday on the show, we talked about how Stafford's odds changed live. San Francisco moved up with the Colts, both plus 250. And this move, the Broncos down at plus 700. We've had some movement in the Deshaun Watson line now with Carolina jumping in as the favorite. What up, Casey from Utah? Let's go Avs. So I thought that was interesting. Now tied with the Jets. Broncos keep slipping down. What is interesting is the Jags have jumped into the mix at plus 1,100. Henry?
Even more interesting, in my opinion.
Give it to me.
They have added Senior Bowl betting lines. American team minus 132 on the money line. Dre, we've been watching these practices. We know what's about to happen. Mac Jones, assuming the ankle is all right, that was the drama yesterday. That is going to be the lock of the century. I already did my DraftKings pick of the week on the podcast before this, and I am heartbroken that I could not say, because it's the American team with Mac Jones, right?
I mean, I've been saying all along, the national team is trash. It's all
terrible.
about the American.
Oh, it's terrible. Yes.
Cue Hulk Hogan, I am a real American. That's how I feel betting on this game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be clear. You are a deranged degenerate betting on an exhibition football game that means nothing score-wise.
I'm a deranged degenerate for sitting here locked into this TV I have set next to my desk for 6 hours of Senior Bowl practices the last 3 days.
3 days of notes, Henry.
I know what I'm talking about. I haven't felt this confident. I've never felt this confident.
Okay, tone it down, though, on the confidence. Okay. We don't love confidence on this
betting lines. We got to start saying some big bets here.
Everything has changed. We just made it an MPJ night as well. Wow, what a show. What a show this has turned out to. This is why we do it. You talk it out. You never know what quite will come your way on DNVR Bets Daily. Let's get into the Avs and the Saturday game, though, Henry.
Yeah, yep. Eat the vegetables first. We'll get to this dessert later.
Absolutely. First goal scorer. Just lay it on me. Who's got it?
I mean, it's Mikko. Have you seen that man recently? Okay, I get this hasn't been the most productive stretch, but at the same time, it just feels like over and over again, he's putting so many shots on goal. Playing with Nate is paying off. I've been not disappointed in Landy, but as somebody who's bet the Landy shots a little bit, they're dwindling. They're dwindling. And as somebody who spent a lot of time betting on this top line and watching this top line, I feel like Mikko is a good bet tonight.
Mikko's shots hit last night, right? Oh God,
I'm actually not sure last night. I didn't take that
boy,
last
boy.
night.
Yeah, I savagely did.
I feel like it must have. You
Kadri,
definitely did.
Kadri saved everything. We went pretty heavy in Mac. You know, Mac's due. I mean, Mac to score is at plus 128 now, just to score a goal, which to me is just insane value. Miko shots didn't hit, so that's back to being a lock. You gotta slam that on Saturday. You gotta take Mac to score. You gotta take Miko to score first. And I'm feeling at least a 2-point night from McKinnon. I think they come in and just destroy the Wild. I like the puck line. We don't give out many puck lines here on this show, but I love this puck line. It's got me excited. Henry, college basketball parlay, 4 legs or more. This is the final quote-unquote vegetables you need to eat. What about this? This money line, American at the Senior Bowl money line, Avs money line. Boom, 3-legger right there for the weekend.
Throw in Red Gerard, and no, you don't want to throw Sean White in there, but I'd like Red Gerard winning that slope style too.
Ooh, I like Sean White this weekend, actually.
He's plus 500.
Yeah, I like the odds on that. Do I think he's gonna win? No, but I think he's got a good enough shot of winning. This is his big coming back out party. He hasn't been at the X Games in 2 years. I think he's gonna go for it this year to try and get back on the top. And at plus 500, I think the odds are too good to pass up on.
Totally agree. And also not throwing it in the parlay because you can't afford a risk like that in a parlay. But
fair.
Definitely taking that. Certainly taking that.
Okay, what about Super Pipe?
Super Pipe. I mean, that's the same thing. That's Sean White plus 500, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean White.
Yeah.
Super Pipe is the only event Sean White does. He hasn't competed in slope style in years.
Gotcha. Okay, I thought we were talking slope style.
But then the slope style, that's where we like Red Gerard. He's a Colorado guy too. We do a Colorado guy.
Aspen native.
Heck yeah. And he's plus 250. So plus 250, then you take Sean White. Loving this.
Ooh, yeah.
Hank, what are the lines on Ski Super Pipe for me real quick?
Ski Super Pipe is their matchups too.
Super Pipe, Alex Ferreira plus 225, David Wise plus 300, Aaron Blunk plus 350, Nico Portis plus 550, Noah Bowman plus 800, Burke Irving plus 800, Brendan McKay plus 900, Gus Kenworthy plus 1200.
I'm going to put a bet on Burke Irving just because I grew up with the kid and he's dope. So shout out Burke, Winter Park Competition Club. We used to ski together.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah. But I would put my money on Alex for that. He's won 3 X Game gold medals in Super Pipe in a row. I don't know if he's going to win this year, but plus 225, that looks like pretty good odds. I should say betting on skiing in general is a horrible idea because it is so variable.
There's no such thing as any sport that's bad to bet on, actually. That's a science. Scientists have come to the lab and proven that that's incorrect. So that's a fallacy.
You've never invited me to the lab. Bring scientists in, but we'll talk after.
It's actually stipulated in their contract that you're not allowed in.
Wow.
Yeah,
well, then they're not allowed to make money. So that's how that works.
It's true. Sounds good. College basketball parlay. You are in part paid a salary to cover college basketball. Everything is riding on this, Henry.
And I have some just awful news for you.
Yeah.
They have not posted the Pac-12 lines for tomorrow. So my pick of the week on the DNVR Buffs podcast was basically where those lines would have to be for me to not take one of the teams. It was, I thought, fascinating, but I'm not going to lie. These are not the teams that I have like great insights into, although I do have some ideas that we could use.
Yeah. So let's lay it on me. Let's start to fill this card. We gotta, this is probably one of those, Henry. Now, let me let you in on the secret. This
I love
slate,
secrets.
when you have a slate like this, it's a perfect slate to get a boost on a parlay because it's a classic. No one knows anything about this slate. It's not unique to you, but you can go with the home cooked parlay here, where you go on the safe side. You find a bunch of dogs that you like,
Mm.
buy that spread up, and then you put that boost on it.
Dogs like, say, Iowa on the road against Illinois, or
What are we
Colorado
doing?
State against Boise State.
What
Home dogs. I know you like home dogs.
I love a good home dog. I love these Rams as well. Yeah, sign me up for both of those.
Okay. What? How much are we cooking this?
I mean,
Come on, minus 250, minus 200.
what's the if
Point
it's
number?
it has to be it's gonna have to be 500 or less.
Okay.
So wait, I'm trying to find these lines for
So
both.
Colorado State minus 420 is plus 10. So we could take them double digits. We're inside
Okay.
that
I
500.
like that. I like that.
Okay,
And
so let's
then
take them plus 10.
Iowa will buy up all the way to plus 10 as well. So Iowa plus 10, and boy, Iowa straight up though feels great.
I know.
Someone injured?
I don't think so.
Man,
I mean, not that I've heard of, at least.
I can only imagine that's being hammered right now. Okay. All right. Let's boy, it's such no-name teams here. You know, we might just have to bite the bullet and take like a Northern Illinois here.
Oh, I was looking at Northern Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah, Northern Colorado as well. Louisiana Monroe. Oof.
I mean,
We're just going to have to dive in, Henry. We're going to have to dive in here, buddy.
Where are we diving in?
I think Northern Colorado.
Okay. I like it.
What can you buy that up to?
Oh,
no. And Northern Colorado's the favorite, Henry.
That is true.
That's not going to work. It's not going to work. So.
If you want to see
yeah, just wait.
Point from Andy here. You can use it tomorrow.
Andy's correct. Andy's correct here. And but in general, I'm gonna hammer Iowa.
I do think that. And I almost like that better straight up than using it in a parlay, you know.
Yes.
I will say, Colorado. Some of these lines have been posted, looks like maybe other places, but
sure.
Assuming they're gonna be the same with DraftKings.
Sure.
Colorado minus 10 against Utah in Boulder.
In Boulder, we like that a lot.
I do like that. That once you get up to that 15 area, that's where I wouldn't like it, but 10 is good. Cal at Arizona minus 11.5. Cal's been competitive on the road. They gave Arizona State some fits. I'd probably take Cal in that one.
Nice.
That would be a good candidate to buy some points in that parlay too. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Then two others, Oregon State at UCLA. Kind of same thing with Oregon State. They're plus 11.5, but they've been playing pretty tough recently. And UCLA is not what it was at the start of the season. And then Stanford, Arizona State. Stanford plus 1.5 on the road. I kind of like that too. Arizona State looks bad. And on all those, are those all dogs? No, Colorado wasn't a dog. The other three were dogs. Those would be good to buy those up for that college basketball parlay.
That's very nice. I like Tennessee going up against Kansas, just a 2.5 point favorite as things stand now. UVA against Virginia Tech. I think that, the Cavaliers defense is coming around. Auburn against Baylor and what's looking like a really big spread has my interest peaked.
Okay. Yeah.
And Auburn's been crazy as of late. And, Alabama against Oklahoma coming off a big win. Alabama not covering against Kentucky. Oklahoma actually the favorite here in some places. And the Sooners have my interest peaked. Alabama feels like cheese here, so I like the Sooners.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. There was some Senior Bowl. Did you want to cover the Senior Bowl just a smidge more?
We are taking the American team in the Senior Bowl. That is a lock. The fact that they aren't minus 250 after watching these practices, absurd. Correct, Ray?
Yeah. Now, we need to correct that. If Mac Jones isn't there, it could be Ian Book's the second best quarterback on game day.
That is true. That's fair.
That's going to help the national team.
Mond and Newman have struggled. Like, there's really no two ways about it. But
great flashes.
Just been so much better in the trenches. And I mean, at least, especially if like Levon Wuzurike is still sitting out for the national team.
Yeah.
Eskridge is still sitting out for the national team. Like they're kind of missing a lot of the juice. Yeah. Najee probably won't play. Devontae Smith won't play.
Well, the thing is, guys like Mond and Newman, I think will play a little better in game settings because they can run and just let it rip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, they're going up against Ian Book and Sam Ehlinger. Like, it's not like there's a huge gap in athleticism.
True.
But yeah, I do think that the quarterbacks are competitive. It wasn't just Mac Jones. Those teams, the American team just looked so much better in every position. I mean, the practices at the very least were run correctly.
Yeah. Yes. Well, then you could add the American to Iowa plus 10, CSU plus 10.5, the Nugs and the Avs. All of a sudden, things are coming together. There you go. No, I've seen this, I've seen the Senior Bowl pretty closely the last several years, and usually there's a team that looks significantly better, and that's how things play out in the game itself. So
yeah.
Also, I kind of feel like jump on the Avs now because that's going to move from minus 148.
I agree.
Anyways, that's plus 603 with those super safe college basketball spreads bought up. The American money line, the Nuggets money line, and the Avs money line. What can go wrong, honestly?
Nothing.
Nothing. Thank you, Henry. That's correct. So yeah, there you go. We of course are presented by the good folks at the DraftKings Sportsbook, the number one sportsbook in all the land. That's really just proving out to be true time and time again, as the deals they give out are unbelievable. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code DNVR when you sign up. For a limited time, all new users can get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000. DraftKings Sportsbook has a sign-up bonus up to $1,000. Don't forget, enter code DNVR. Get your sign-up bonus today. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. Deposit bonus requires 25 times playthrough. Restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. Henry, do you have any other closing thoughts? NBA, NHL, odds boost, anything?
I'll tell you, I did just put in my bets for the X Games. I wound up taking Marcus Cleveland in the snowboard big air, Shaun White, as we said, in the super pipe, Red Gerard, as we said, in the slope style, and then I did take Gus Kenworthy in the ski super pipe. So there's some names if you guys want more action.
Okay, we're rolling. Congratulations to the community on on that Cadre bet yesterday. Congrats to us all on the parlay wins that are coming, and go Drake, undefeated in hoops, and just keep the good vibes rolling. We will be back next week. Hankster's going to be with me Monday, so more fun stuff there. And then we've got big news, big guests coming Tuesday and beyond. So stay tuned. You won't want to miss out on that. Even Henry doesn't know. We only call him in for the important meetings. So he doesn't know yet. Stay tuned. Have a great weekend, folks. Thanks for tuning in.